What's up, guys? My name is Rachel. Today I'm going to be giving you an honest review of Recession-Proof Xtreme by Barney. He's also known as HIM500. A little weird if you ask me. But anyways, I assume that if you're watching this video, you are trying to learn how to make money online, whether as a side hustle, replacing your current income, there's probably a lot of different reasons why somebody would be watching this video. For me, when I started taking courses like this and watching videos very similar to this, I was in a job that I absolutely hated. I hated this job so much and I needed to get out of it because I was being worked to the bone. I mean, like 90-hour weeks. I wasn't really making that much money. I didn't get to see my spouse. We didn't have kids at the time, but it was not a conducive environment. And it wasn't for me. It might be for other people, but that is not what I wanted out of my life. And so I decided to start investing in courses to try and get myself out of this situation. And then one of the things I finally found was what I do now. It took me a couple of years to figure it out, I think. And part of why I do these videos is because I want to give you guys honest information about courses that are out there. And I also want to give you my own personal advice on what worked for me, because I have kind of tried what Marcus teaches in his course. It didn't really work for me. Not to say that it can't work for you or other people. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that we all have different strengths and weaknesses, and we all have different wants out of our business and our life. And we have different income levels that we're looking for. And there's all sorts of things to consider when you're considering taking a course. And so what I want to tell you about is how I've made money, just very briefly before I do the review, simply because I think it'll be beneficial to you. So what I do is called digital real estate. Basically, I build these 1 to 5 page, very simple websites for, let's say, a painting company out of Austin, Texas. Just throwing those out there. And I do really generic branding on the front end. Simple name, it's literally just Austin Painting. Super simple. And then I do really basic SEO on the back end, which I learned to do through a course. I learned how to do all of this through a course. It's really simple SEO tactics. It doesn't require any kind of coding or special knowledge. It is genuinely very simple. And I think anybody could do it. Once I get all of that set up and I start ranking on the top sections of Google and different search engines, what I do from there is I call up local business owners who are in the painting industry in Austin, Texas, and I offer them these leads. A couple weeks later, I'm going to follow up with them to see how they've converted. Typically, they have converted into actual sales. And then from there, I offer to rent out this website to them because it's already set up. All they have to do is pay the monthly fee and they get leads coming straight to their contact info. Super simple, an easy yes for them. So right off the bat, that sounds like something you're interested in. Check out the link in the description box below. Otherwise, I will give you the review of the Recession-Proof Xtreme. I like Marcus. I've seen a lot of his stuff. I like the way he teaches. I really love that he is specifically trying to empower people of color to get into the financial space. He teaches a lot of financial literacy to minorities, and I think that is super awesome. I love what he stands for. And even myself, as a woman, I might be considered a minority as far as the financial space goes too, but I am somebody who in the last 10 years really started leaning into financial literacy and trying to figure out how to make my money work for me. And so a lot of what he teaches is actually how to leverage debt, fix your credit, stuff like that. Now, I am personally not a big fan of leveraging high levels of debt, and there's a reason for that. For me, I can only speak to myself personally. And what I will say is I think there's a trend when it comes to people who do not have a lot of financial literacy. They're probably not very good with money because when you don't understand something, it's hard to be good at it, if that makes sense. When I first started getting into the financial sphere and learning about money, I was terrible with money. I knew that I had some impulse control issues when it came to money. And until I really started learning the effects of my decisions on my financial future, I was still making bad decisions. Now, I think once you really learn like nitty gritty, you can do something like this. I would not suggest this be like a beginner's course. I think that you should just learn basic financial literacy, start doing really basic things with your money or smaller lines of credit first before you move on to trying to like basically make a business out of it. And the reason I say that is because I think we all have these big ideas of like doing cool things with money. And if we're not actually prepared for that, as far as a like behavioral aspect goes, like it's probably not going to go very well, and you'll probably end up in a worse place than when you started. And I don't want that for you. And that's part of the reason why I propose the business model that I'm in, simply because it doesn't take a lot of upfront cash. You don't have to have a ton of money to start. I mean, a business domain from like WordPress is $50. Not even, it's like 30 or 15, like very, very small amounts of money, which I think most people can find $30 extra to sell somebody on a $500 a month subscription, right? Like, and taking the course, like, I just think that there's a better way to start things. I'm not saying that this is like a never, I just don't think it's for beginners, genuinely. So if you are interested in learning how to build websites and rent them out to business owners, I suggest you check out the link in the description box below, or leave your questions that you have in the comment section. I'd be happy to answer them for you. I really think that it's a great beginner-friendly course, and you might even just enjoy it and make a lot of money like I have doing it and not want to switch to anything else. But I just think there should be a sequence of order to these things. And I don't think that Marcus's course is for somebody who's a beginner. That's just my personal opinion, and that's what you came here for. So I appreciate you guys watching the video. Please check out that link below if you're at all interested in learning more about what I talked about. Other than that, I mean, I wish you guys the best of luck on your money-making journey, and I really hope that you find exactly what you're looking for. See you in the next video.